Hey everybody, clearing! I'll put some decoration on the thermostat, so it's a small picture for you. Okay, so this is going to be a reading. I'm getting on the pre-shuffle that we're going to be looking at the themes up until the eclipses. So I think it's 24th, 25th of March and then the 8th of April. So let's get a card to see just the general atmosphere for the collective in this eclipse period. We're getting purity. All right. Create sacred space. So there have been abstinence, celibacy, sort of purification, letting go of third energies in any kind of way, romantic or otherwise, letting go of karmic things, balancing that stuff out. So purity is a perfect card to get because there is a purification happening in the 3D. It's not just hypothetical on the emotional or mental plane. It's actually coming into the physical. So that means contracts and agreements and situations, situationships, all of that is being released on another level. So if it's not physically being ended, the needed perspective is being anchored. Purity. Create sacred space. Your body is your temple, so that has to do with, never let yourself down with your choices, how you use your body, who you allow to engage with your body, how you run energy. Keep yourself a sacred space. Honor your indwelling spirit, so don't let yourself down. Shine your authentic light and meditate. So this period of time is going to be very valuable for meditation so that integrity, compassion, acceptance, accountability are employed by both at this time so that there's no temptation that rocks the purity at this point. And I don't actually feel like there's a lot of temptation in the energy, but there is a free will. And so it may not be a difficult choice, but nonetheless, I feel there will be a collective choosing to simplify and come into more purity. There's a random card that was just sticking up straight up on my deck, and it is the friendship card. So I'm hearing the end of sexual tension. This is the balancing that's coming in that allows for true connection, unadulterated monogamous connection. In these connections, all the other energies are being settled. And each counterpart is going to be trustworthy and trusting, coming through this rite of passage on a new level. So take that how it resonates for your connection. Okay, I'm going to pop that back in the deck, and here we go. So I'm going to do a chakra reading on each of the levels. We're going to dive into, thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the 3D material realm cards with how close the counterparts are? How do I word this? So this deck is going to show, this deck is going to have some themes. This deck is going to tell us how close to the surface, or if this is actually going to be stuff communicated about directly or energetically or not talked about, worked out independently. This deck is going to show the proximity to how surface level these themes are going to be. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as only the highest, most beneficial information channel coming through for the collective that joins me here. What can we see for the Divine Feminines on the left, the Divine Masculines on the right, and each of the main chakra connection points going forward during this period leading up to the eclipses? What are the themes being navigated? How will each be experiencing those things. What do each need to clear or adjust or release in their own lives? So each of the counterparts are going to have how they're experiencing it, and then sort of their homework or their due diligence to continue aligning to their best life and with their aligned one in union. Last deck to shuffle. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Those are cards the masculines will be releasing, the energies. Okay, here we go. Crown chakra. The conversation. Okay, be more selfish came out just now in the upright. So both are realizing that they have to really prioritize number one. Really pay attention to what works for them. So that means we're getting into decision making and really connection to source. I do feel like this implies that the counterparts are going to be in closer proximity in some way. Oh, wow. Justice. Okay, this is like laying down the law in the physical. So setting absolute boundaries. What I'm getting is that whatever each counterpart is being guided to do on Most High, it's going to be implemented in the physical as this next cycle. So leading up to the eclipses, each counterpart's going to be getting a lot more safety, permission to set these foundational preferences for their best, highest and best as independent, unique, sovereign beings. And that this is really going to be a new level of authenticity coming in for both. And it's going to be anchored in red for the root chakra, red for the root chakra, red for this root chakra, red. My buttons are red. Everything's red that I'm looking at. That's grounding. So higher guidance is going to be showing each the non-negotiables, the things that make our hearts sing, the things that we don't have to lose when we come into union. That's really the best way to say it, is I'm feeling that both counterparts are going to really state or allow for their true expression, their passions, their interests, their preferences to be known. And it can just be actions speaking louder than words, but I do sense, because there is a negotiation here with the Justice card, I mean, that is not just my way or the highway, that's fairness, the balance of the scales. It's a round table acknowledgement and a win-win potential here, especially when it's on the crown chakra. It's really a high frequency and safety. So let's see how the feminines are setting this foundation, this tone. How are the feminines going to be experiencing this? The end of burden. Yeah. So what are the feminines clearing? Receptivity, the feminines. This card has been coming out a few times for the masculines. There's that red grounding it into the physical. This is the emotional availability of the new masculine, divine masculines 2.0. Like, this is the new improved present masculine, not the guarded, armored, skeptical, afraid masculine. This is the real masculines, the highest potential coming in. And so this burden, feminines, of taking breadcrumbs or fearing that your masculine's not going to step forward, drop into your heart and just have this vote of confidence that if you truly are resonating with this divine alignment journey, that your masculine is on track to step into this highest potential, that you don't have to fear that they're not going to realize this in your connection. If this is your reading, these masculines are guaranteed success. So as you end the burden of your skepticism is also being alleviated, feminines. It goes hand in hand. And really, you're blindfolded here, meaning you don't have to concern yourself with how your masculine is faring with coming into their highest potential. All you need to do is continue asking for divine guidance, because we're on the crown chakra, for your strategies to end the burden, the karmic overburden of your previous choices, agreements, life, preparing for meeting this divine masculine 2.0. So yeah, seek higher guidance, seek intuitive guidance for that, feminines, in how to really focus on making room in your life for a love like this. Masculines, death. So this is the rebirth. This is the end, necessary endings to certain things. So advice for you masculines, really being honest with what needs to be completed, that you don't have to be God's gift to everyone. You don't have to people please or be guilt tripped into anything that doesn't feel like a breath of fresh air in your life. You can systematically let go of everything that must be completely finalized in your life. That means beliefs, that means connections, that means ways of showing up. This does show that there will be, if you are in legal negotiations, that there will be an end, that you will have a completion. Yeah, and what you're meant to clear is the burden. This is about trusting. Usually this is a perseverance card. Can kind of be both ways, uphill in 10 feet of snow to school kind of energy. But in the inverse like this, you're clearing things needing to have to be hard work. Like the hard work is over. It's now, you know, letting go of the things that are not for you, that don't allow for ease, that don't honor you, masculine. So ask for divine guidance on how you can simplify, take your burden off, not need to expend so much extra energy to things that I heard are sucking you dry. Be more selfish and, you know, draw that final line in the sand, masculines. Ask to be shown what you need to do to alleviate burden in your life. Ask your higher guidance. Okay, third eye chakra. What is the theme? Will you choose me? So intuition, it's, you know, this is about becoming sure, first person, but there is still a reaching to the potentiality and wondering, will the counterpart, it's like the mystery, it's coming down to the wire, and both are intuitively wondering if there's a guarantee that the person will choose them. Both are saying, it feels right, I think so, but will it be? How close to the surface is that conversation? Okay, King of Pentacles in the inverse. That is the life partner card, the commitment card. And so, yeah, it is about like on the heart space. Am I choosing this person? Is this, like, there's a readiness here. There's finally enough spaciousness in the energy where karmic overburden is being eliminated in the physical, not just theoretically, but in the physical over this lead up to the eclipses. Those eclipses are going to bring with them final stages of clearing for things that will never be going forward again. Final closure on many things. And so, yeah, this deep heart-centered knowing that all of those extra energies are about to be gone. And now it's a matter of, you know, we couldn't come closer into these connections because there were other loose ends. And now that those loose ends are about to be tidied up, how do we feel? Actually, no more rebound temptation, no more telling ourselves that it was a distraction from pain, no more escapism, no more excuses, no more duties, no more other obligations. Now that all those are clear, is it going to happen? I've, for the last couple of years, felt that I can't bring myself to the table fully with my karmic rite of passage happening. And this is kind of like, okay, with that stuff cleared, will it be? How are the feminines experiencing this? King of Wands, the divine masculine in the inverse with that red, the grounding. So the feminines are really wondering, is this going to kick off? Is this their masculine? Have they gotten you right? Do they know that beyond a shadow of a doubt? There is this commitment ready in the material realm with the Justice, with this King of Pentacles. So this is my hubby card. This is my monogamous card. This is the Justice coming in, and it's like on the edge of the seat. Is this going to be what we've felt it could be once all those karmic things are actually cleared? What is the advice for the feminines? Keep doing the work in the 3D and watch and see what happens. So you're not quite at the 10 of Pentacles yet. This is the 8 of Pentacles, which requires you to stay the course. Feminines, use your intuition to know what you need to be working on, your to-do list, the things you need to clear. This is saying intuitively, yeah, it's pretty likely that this divine masculine is going to come to the forefront. However, just keep going right now. How are the masculines experiencing this? Touche, masculines. A King of Wands in the upright. They're like, huh, did you have any doubt? But they still don't know if you're going to choose them, feminines, but they do know they're coming into this King of Wands embodiment. What do the masculines still need to clear? Oh, the heartache. Yeah, so now that the masculines feel worthy, they want to know, is it a little too late? Did they wait too long? Could that be something that even happens? It's like they're really going over it with a fine-tooth comb about the divine timing and trusting now that they have become more embodied, or they're really seeing themselves living up to their potential. I will say again, karmic relationships settle for connection prior to people coming into their full potential, into the knowledge of who they really are, so that they don't risk losing themselves in connection. And then it isn't any wonder that years down the road, people say, I lost myself. I can't be in this relationship anymore. We have to end it. So the masculines have staved these off so they can come into this exquisite embodiment. And no, masculines, spoiler alert, it's not too late. You haven't ruined it. You have done a solid for your feminine. So masculines, clear that heartache. You don't have to sit in that fear that it's a little too late. Beautiful. So part of this will you choose me energy is preparation. Part of it is the unconditional love, that it's always free to not come together. However, I'm not getting anything in this energy that says that neither will choose the other. Or that either will not choose whatever. You know what I mean? What is it on the throat chakra? What is the theme? I want to get you drunk in the reverse. So wanting to communicate that there are new, healthier boundaries that don't include this lower vibrational way of connecting, that it's a sacred connection now. There's no props, no shortcuts, no lower vibrational stuff that doesn't honor, that's disrespectful. It's full, pure, unadulterated connection that both are desiring now. If it's going to come together, that's the new baseline. This is the truth. So it's about speaking these truths. So this is on the throat chakra, and we are going to get communication about this. Both are going to state for the record on the level at which they now know they desire to connect with the other one, or not at all. And both are on the same page that they do not any longer need to go through the testing, the trials and tribulations, the proving ground of these connections. Both are saying, I'm done with that. How are the feminines seeing this? Yeah, feminines, magician in the inverse. You won't really have to do a thing. You're just going to have to be present for this opportunity to commune with your masculine on that level where both of you say, yeah, I'm not into that anymore. I really desire authentic, true connection without the games, without the cheapened energy in any shape or form. Oh, feminine. So yeah, very much get out of your own head about whether this is just friends or not. This card is telling me it is more than friends. And so if your counterpart isn't coming forward and doing the same Casanova maneuvers or whatnot, don't worry. That means it's grounding into more authentic love. But clear out the misconception that you're friend zoned and that's all that's ever going to be here. Watch and see. You don't have to do anything. This energy of clearing your karma is bringing in opportunities for the masculines to know that the coast is clear, the time is nigh, and you're going to get these communications. You're going to get the opportunity. How are the masculines experiencing this? Ace of Pentacles in the inverse. So these conversations about the new standards are the prerequisites for these offers of commitment I just heard, of increased intimacy, of a deeper connection, of getting to know each other, of taking connections to the next level. But first, for the record, both are going to say, yeah, I'm not interested in cheapening any connections. I'm purifying. I want true connection. I want meaningful connection. I don't want to dishonor myself or another. What are the masculines clearing? Yeah, they're finalizing this pride in their healing, in their roots. They're really going to be celebrating all of their experiences, their lives, the things that have made them who they are. And so they now know they don't have to take shortcuts. They can be their best. They can be seen for all of their quirks, for all of their past, and they can be proud. And so this is bringing the masculines into the confidence to speak about what they now know they are worth. They don't need to take scraps, 2222. They don't need to have casual, intimate connections anymore. They're preparing to go all in, but for the record, they want to say what they are not here for any longer. The things that they would have settled for before they could be, holding their head high and saying, this is who I am, this is where I've come from, this is what I used to struggle with. This is emotional availability too, and it's preparing. The masculines are about to let you know how their standards have risen to feminines. And possibly both of you having some conversations about how it's worked together and how the connections have helped both get to that place. That's preparing the way for this next offer of a deepening connection in some way. Wow, on the communication space. So what is it for the heart chakra? Time to ground yourself. I've been saying this is grounding all through this reading. So on the heart space, it's anchoring it in, calling it in, feeling it viscerally, allowing it to be there, being receptive to this connection, warming your heart is what I heard. Okay, and yeah, it's an inside job. So Knight of Pentacles is laying a foundation towards this grounding of the connection. And in the inverse, it's calling it in, it's feeling it, it's each counterpart embracing the truth of this and feeling how good that home energy is and how good your counterpart makes you feel and how worthy you are to feel that way, how you're dropping all the resistance to them being in love with you and being this incredibly high frequency match. This is letting that in, letting yourself feel the warmth of that on your heart. How are the feminines experiencing this very intimate acknowledgement that this connection is starting to become more real with the release of karmic previous karmic energy, this is making space for these connections to take root. How are the feminines? Yeah, strength. The feminines are realizing how empowering this journey has been, how authentic they're becoming, how they're able to show both sides of themselves, their wild side and their human, their divinity, their nature, their authenticity. What are the feminines clearing? The idea that you can't have it all, that you can't have full emotional fulfillment. What are the masculines experiencing with this heart space grounding? They're in hermit mode about the destined path, about what can come next. There's an artist's brush here. This artist is creating whole universes in the background here. So masculines are really drawing on the unlimited potential that the two can access together. What will be possible when two people who are no longer in pettiness about whether the other one loves them or not, what that's like to be sure and safe and a unit, to take on the world without insecurity, without distraction, because you're not distracted about your intimate relationship. It now becomes this frequency generator of innovation and more love. You actually get to make love with each other and create brand new, exciting potentials together without distraction, because again, there's no insecurity or questioning. That's already been established. Trust has been established. That's what they're going towards. They're starting to dream what that kind of relationship is going to do in the world, the two of you. Oh, that's gorgeous, masculines. Yes, manifest that. What are they clearing? The not knowing, the not deciding, the not speaking. So yeah, masculines are going to be dropping into the heart. This can be head over heart strategy and, protection, defensive motions, withholding. Masculines are clearing out that uncertainty and dropping into meditation based on certainty, based on vision, based on true affinity with you, divine feminines. And so, yeah, you can have it all. You can have more than you ever imagined in these connections. I do see blended families here, generational communion, families accepting the counterparts in. What can we see on the sacral chakra for a theme? I miss you to you in the inverse. I'm being drawn to the figure 8, which is an infinity sign, which means how can you miss somebody that you are infinitely connected with like this? And so it's grounding. The reality of that sacred connection is sinking in that there really isn't another match like these counterparts. Yeah, it's being fully seen. It's not a matter of missing. You are one and the same. You are so aligned that it's like eyes have been open to how far you've come on the journey and how much you've both grown, how much you both are intrinsically connected with your growth. That's going to be seen more and more, because these connections are going to be revealed. This is a revelation card for all to see. Like, these connections will be evident one day. Can you imagine that everybody knows you are your person's partner? And, a lot of these connections are kind of on the down low or more secret or not public knowledge. But the second you're going to be out together, people won't even bat an eye and question if the two of you love each other. There's going to be such an explosion of good feeling around you wherever you go. No matter what the differences might look like on the surface, people will see two people in love like they have never seen before. And yeah, there will be no missing again. This is like the end of missing each other. I'm being told that, what was that first message? Be more selfish. You're allowed to not ever want to miss this person again by acknowledging how important they are. That's one of the things that you can do that is kind of counterintuitive, is you don't have to pretend you don't miss your person or you're not supposed to desire them fully in your life. You're meant to revel in the majestic partner that you have become aligned with and, you know, take it in, be blessed by it, be hungry for it, be excited by it. You're allowed. You're not supposed to. Letting go doesn't mean pretending that person doesn't do it for you. Letting go means dropping the inhibitions that say you've got to be a certain kind of way and you're not supposed to be real about how stoked you are about that person. And so letting go of the fear, the filter that says, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to really like this person that much. Yes, you are. You're meant to completely ecstatically thank the divine that you get to be in a human body connected to that person, that they're your person, they're your life partner. You're supposed to be excited about that. You're not supposed to be in resistance to it, like, oh, universe, you shouldn't have. No, you're supposed to get ready because you're about to be with the person of your dreams for the rest of your life, people. That's really worthy of like seeing for what it is. And this is on the sacral or the solar plexus chakra, which is your encouragement chakra, your empowerment chakra, your unstoppable, unbounded chakra. This is your person that meets you on that level of unstoppable. How are the feminines going to be experiencing this? Oh yeah, Chariot moving forward, which is going to clear the way for anything that is not totally authentic. If it is dimming your light to pretend you're not as into your masculine as you are, get ready. That's going to be gone, feminines. This is where we create an image of proper, of, you know, sculpted, curated, particular, but set in stone. It's like so rigid and so immovable. These connections are going to have momentum and motion and raw, real passion. You're not going to have to dumb them down or play them down, feminines. This is, you know, when divine timing, when this, I want to say Christed consciousness comes into the connections and these connections get to be fully unleashed. Oh my goodness. What are the masculines experiencing here? Eight of Swords in the inverse. This is, you know, in the upright, Eight of Swords is holding ourselves back, being trapped in our minds, not being able to take action, that divine gag order. This is where the masculines free themselves from those limitations, and now they have all the information they need to go for this, to celebrate their feminine with no holds barred. Yeah, here's the truth, the tact, the timing. This is sitting on the knowing. This is allowing for them to choose you, because this is the all-perceiving, all-experienced knowing. This is the qualification to choose you and to say, yeah, that's my person, and this is why. In no uncertain terms, this person, I know what I'm talking about. This person, this divine feminine, my person right here. And so, yeah, the masculines are finally going to be able to go for this. So whatever this is, both are getting the final truth revealed to them about how right this person is and how necessary these connections are for each, how fulfilling, how perfect, how exciting, how long-term this is going to be. What is on the sacral chakra as a theme? I feel the same way in the inverse. And so, yeah, I'm just hearing, when you get a chance to merge sacral chakras, wink, wink, you haven't seen anything yet. You think you feel the same way, but just you wait when it's fully mutual, when there's an emotional, physical connection from both sides here. Just you wait. You have never seeing that kind of consummation. So this period of eclipses, this clearing of karma, this freeing of the souls is going to give way to something that you are not even prepared for quite yet. I saw another reader, I don't remember, but there was a handmade card in it that said, "You're not prepared for my sex life." That's what I'm feeling here on the sacral chakra. Like, neither of you know how much potential you both have to be energizer bunnies together. Like, when this clicks, you're lucky that you cleared out your karma requirements, because there's going to be a honeymoon phase that's going to last the rest of your lives, is what I'm hearing. Like, just you get ready. You want to run a marathon much? Whoa. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The devil. You're going to be chained to each other in passion for a long time to come. Yeah. Yeah. You ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, how are the feminines experiencing this ramp up? Ooh, telepathically, energetically, they're starting to feel this coming in for a landing. What do you need to clear, feminines? The over emotionality, the woe is me, the worry and strife. Get all that pity party out of the way right now. Dry your eyes, feminines. Dry your eyes. Whoa, what a message. What about the masculines? What are they experiencing? 9 of Cups. They're wishing for it, wishing for it, wishing for it, wishing for it. Ha! They're like doing like a some of them could be working out. Some of them could have been in training. I'm seeing them running on spot, like jogging, getting their stamina up, getting ready for this, getting ready to rock your world, rock your bed, rock your socks off, feminines. Ooh, they have been channeling this preparation for this kind of sexual union, sacred union, for a while. What are they clearing? Anything that rocks their peace. This soft, whole, full, going all in, patient, soft becoming, unassuming. They are here for it, feminines. They're hunters. They have been preparing, and you have not really known how much they have been looking forward to this opportunity to anchor this, ground this into the physical. Be more selfish. Again, the resounding message is you are allowed to adore this person and to get stoked that this is your one, the one, the one. This is awesome energy. Root chakra, what is the theme? Happiness is my priority. So yeah, as this is grounding those non-negotiables, those preferences, those delights, it's time to really be honest with yourself. What makes you happy? What do you love every day? Your day-to-day routine. What are the things that you really adore? What are the things you're excited to share with your person? Like really, you are so aligned. It's going to be so cool to see how each of you have been cultivating yourselves, and how the little bits of mastery you're each bringing in will lend themselves perfectly into the life of your counterpart. These are aligned connections. So when this merge starts happening more and more, when this sensual synergy starts ramping up, your lives, because of the preparation you've done, are going to flow into each other in such a harmonious way. You will delight each other with how ready you are to learn from each other, to impart the wisdom you've each gained, to give and take on different aspects of the same things you've both been preparing with and cultivating. Oh, it's beautiful. Where's this at right now? It's being felt. It's grounding, it's being integrated, it's being anchored. The truth of these things, it's like taking stock of the best of the best. It's being curated by both in this period of purification before these connections are consummated. What can we see for the feminines? Yeah, using your intuition to really look at what makes you happy and put those intentions out, that you don't have to compromise, you don't have to lose yourself, you don't have to cave in. You're going to be able to be who you truly are and be adored for it in all those ways. If it's good for you, feminines, it's good for your union. Yeah, again, you have to put down this idea you have to do things, that you have to make things happen, that you have to somehow manufacture love for yourself. Feminines, you're worthy. Be in this receiving mode. Be receptive. Get used to how you feel delight and get ready to experience more genuine delight than you've ever been open, ready, willing, and able, or have ever received in your life as a new normal. Masculines on the root chakra, 7 of Cups. Oh, I'm really getting, wow, this is interesting, because this one at the bottom, these trumpet flowers, this one looks like a gramophone, so song syncs. Masculines might be trying to figure out what the song is that they want to have playing when they offer, or when you see each other next. I'm getting like there's a lot of different options, but it feels like the masculines are looking for how to approach the different timing that might be involved, the different ways. It's like they're daydreaming so much about what makes you happy, hey masculines, and what makes your feminine happy. You've been studying them, you've been getting to know them, you've been getting to understand their ebb and flow. And yeah, feminines, they're trying to figure out what would be the most meaningful ways to swoon you, to romance you, to show you how much they have been studying you and hunting you and preparing for you. There are so many ways. It's like, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. The masculines are becoming kind of mushy here, actually. Masculines, I'd be surprised if you're able to focus much on anything other than these connections and what's coming next here, masculines. But what do the masculines need to clear? They just have to be clear on what they want here. Yeah, masculines, you are so in tune to your feminine that what is good for you, what you want, just try your feminine. They are going to love it. Feminines, you're going to love this. It's so pure. It's so real. It's so 100% into you. They want you so badly, so goodly, feminines. And they're going for it here. They're preparing. They have been preparing for longer than you think they have. It's coming. Let's do, since we're talking eclipses, let's do a moonology card for the feminines. The past, dark moon. Un momento, por favor. Oh, I opened right to it. I love that when that happens. Okay, you're ready to leave something behind. Fear is stopping you from moving forward. So we did get the message about the feminines leaving the karmic burden behind, or the worry about not being loved behind. But there's nothing to be scared of. Something in your past needs to be released. It could be a perceived failure, a relationship, a fear created by something that happened to you recently or a long time ago. It's holding you back. An important distinction to make. The dark moon energies of this card are dark. As per the expression, it's darkest before the dawn. That's the darkness we're talking about here. So when this card comes up, you're at a precipice of some kind. Either you fall back into the past, or you decide to call your energies back into you so that you no longer have a part of your energetic body stuck in the past. The energy around you now holds the literally awesome power of the dark goddess, whom we were all taught to fear, but who in truth helps us to break the past, clear out the negativity now to make space for something new and better. That's the message of this card. And what has this message said? Get ready, feminines, it's coming. Let's see what the masculines need to hear. Embrace all aspects of you right now, feminines, including letting go of whatever it needs, whatever you need to let go of to make room for this coming in. It's time. Moon called, meant to be. So yeah, masculines, this is meant to be. And your internal knowing is calling this in. Some things are just meant to be, and it seems as though that might apply to whatever you're asking here. That doesn't mean that you can just sit around doing very little or nothing and expect everything to fall into your lap. We're all constantly creating our lives, so you need to do whatever is necessary to steer this situation in the direction you want it to go. Yeah, exactly. So the masculines know. They are daydreaming about the options, the song choices, their wishes. They're really looking at the creative outlet that pleasing you and whining and dining you, if that resonates, or being your partner is going to bring in. But move forward in the knowledge that you're on the right track, or this card would not have come up. This situation has meant to be written all over it. Trust that and go with it. What's happening is good and right for you and your soul's development at this point. So keep moving forward towards whatever you want. Tuning into the lunar cycle can only help. So go for it during the waxing cycle, new moon to full, and release your grip and attachment during the waning cycle, the full moon to new. Okay, so masculines, you're syncing up with the feminine moon energy, the sun. These eclipses are bringing the two into sacred union cosmically. And so, yeah, masculines are linking up to this flow of the feminine energy. They've been studying you in your mysterious ways, feminines, and they have found your rhythm. Masculines have found your rhythm. I hear a drum. Boom, boom, boom. The feminine is technically the first drum. Boom, boom, boom. And the ancestors say, aho. Bye for now.